Hello, welcome to today's live. Yes, I am in my pajamas and I'm in my dressing gown, and I'm doing this for a reason. It's very easy to put a facade on Facebook to just say, "Oh yes, I sit here and I do my journaling when I'm all dressed up in my shirt, and I got up and I did my morning routine and everything was great." It's like sometimes you get up and you just feel really shit, and that was me today. I woke up, just really didn't feel in love with my life. I felt pretty moody, pretty stressed. I didn't feel tired. I felt very energized, which was nice, but I was a bit depressed because I've just got some new roller skates and I absolutely love them, and I slightly injured my knee, and that's very frustrating because I want to go and skate because I've got the morning to myself and I want to. I probably could get away with it, but I might injure my knee further, and it's very frustrating, and it just put me on a bad trajectory. So it made me want to sit down and do some introspection, watch some YouTube videos about the law of attraction. And this is not something that I'm new to. I've been using the law of attraction to facilitate massive increases in wealth, health. I've got an amazing relationship. I connect with some amazing people. I truly believe that this is a law of the universe. And if you understand how this works and how you can use it to serve you, you can literally live a life of your dreams, and it's really cool. And I'm doing it, and I'm getting there, and I'm going to explain to you how some of these things work. So, first of all, what I experienced this morning is contrast. So, the way the law of attraction works is you have to become very aware about what it is that you want, and the universe really wants to give you anything that you want, but you have to know what it is that you want, and a lot of the times you don't know. Like, if I exercise for you right now in the comments, let me know, what is it that you really want out of your life? Like, be very clear and very specific. What is it that you actually want? What do you want out of your life right now? Because if you asked me that yesterday, or you asked me that 2 weeks ago, like, I just had a really huge healing breakthrough, which is what I've been wanting for years, and I had it, and now it's like, well, I don't really know what I want anymore. And the universe, being like loving and caring and really wanting you to reach your full potential, helps you figure out what you want through contrast. So contrast is where you get to experience what you don't want, so you can become acutely aware of what you do want. And then you become aware of what it is that you want, and then you can begin to attract that into your life. So if you're going to have, I believe I'm a very unique person, very, very special. I'm going to do a lot in my life. If you're very much like me, you have probably lived a life of extreme contrast. So if you get to the point where you have extremely debilitating physical symptoms, or extreme poverty, or very, very low income, or lots of childhood trauma, or things like this, it's very likely that you're experiencing these things so that you can experience contrast, because you very much want the opposite of what you've experienced. So contrast teaches you what you don't want, so you become aware of what it is you do want. So if you look at the story of the Buddha, he's like born into riches and wealth and safety in the palace. He doesn't really want for anything because he's already got everything. There's no contrast for him, and he doesn't become aware. He isn't grateful. It doesn't mean anything to him until he's actually able to leave the environment and see what poverty is like, see what ill health is like, and experience all of these things. So contrast is really important, and this is why bad stuff happens to us. This is why I'm having this knee injury. Because if I didn't injure my knee skating yesterday, and I didn't realise how strong my desire to skate is. I really enjoy it. I really love it. It's a lot of fun. And I wouldn't have realised how strong that desire was if I didn't have something giving me the contrast of not being able to do it, and then feeling how much it is I want to be able to do that. So the thing about the law of attraction is you attract what you... People say what you think about, but what you think about isn't the most accurate way of looking at this. It's more about what you feel. So it's really tricky because it kind of injury could happen to me, and then I feel like frustrated, like I can't do it, like I can't go and skate. And then from a law of attraction perspective, this is actually pushing this thing further away from me, which is bad because I want this. So I sat down and I wanted to get really clear about my desires, and this is my journaling exercise for you. So I've done this myself. This was just inspired by what I felt like doing. I'm going to encourage you to do this as well. And if you do this, I would really love for you to do this and then send me a picture of it as a DM. So I'd really love to see what it is that you're trying to manifest and see if I can give you a hand with it. So, very easy prompt. What do I desire? So what is it that you really want? So if I came to you and said, we live in a universe of absolute abundance. You can literally have anything you want. At first you might think, like, that's not true, or I can't have anything I want. Like, play a game with me here for a second. So what do you desire? And you need to go to the absolute depths of the desire. So right now, you might be thinking, like, oh, maybe you've got like a bill that you need to pay. Maybe you're behind on rent, or maybe you feel a bit lonely. Maybe, so your manifestation becomes, I want enough money to pay rent, or I want to make a new friend, or something that's really small. What you need to do is project this out into the furthest point of manifestation that you could. So what is like the deepest desire here? So to be able to pay your rent, the deep desire there might be that you are able to feel so... I've actually got a good one here for money. I'll read you my money one. So, choked on a bit of saliva there. Nice. So my one for money here. I desire such riches that I fear no bill, question no fee, spend fearlessly with courage. I want for nothing and live in my deepest comfort and safety. So you can see how I've really taken that to the absolute extreme. And as you become acutely aware of these things, it's really good because, first of all, you can see how some of these things are true. So right now, I don't fear any of my bills, which is, okay, no, I do fear some of my bills. I do question some fees. Generally, I'm very good at spending fearlessly. If I really truly believe something is to be mine, I will have it. And I do that with courage. So these are emotions that I've newly stepped into. I want for nothing and live in my deepest comfort and safety. So I want for very little. I want for way less than I've ever wanted. And this is a really important tip. You need to, instead of focusing on how far away from these things you are, you need to try and move into the energy of becoming aware of how close to these things you already are. So these kind of things, like when you're looking at your deepest desires, and we're talking about manifestation, I kind of get the idea on the internet that people expect that you just like, oh, I'm going to manifest something, and then you like think about it once, and then it's like next day it's like £1 million comes into your bank account. It's like, it doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes, there's a... The real reason that we're here isn't because we want to obtain things. It's about the experience of going through the process. So if we just like had a desire and then immediately we just manifest it, like we get a little bit of pleasure out of the end result, but really the true process is about the journey. I know that sounds really cheesy, but it really is. It really is. Like if I look at my whole healing journey and like how difficult it was and all my hardships and all of the hard lessons I learned, and like it was such an amazing journey and such an amazing experience. And it really taught me so much about what I don't want, about what I do want. And now, even though I'm still not like 100% healthy, right now I've got, I don't know if you can see, I've like randomly just broken out in spots all over my forehead, all over my back. It's never had anything like it before. But instead of being like afraid, like, oh no, this is bad, I'm getting sick again, I'm manifesting illness, I'm like, I've come so far. I can eat anything I want. I can go anywhere. I can do anything. I can... Like, I'm not restricted. I used to have to drink a lot of vegetable juice just to be able to basically stay alive. I'm now not chained to that. I used to, like, when I would go on holiday, I had to bring my juicer with me everywhere. I don't have to do that now. So it's like, as I've had this contrast of, like, feeling what it feels like to be trapped, to be enslaved to my healing protocol, to be stuck in a place of ill health, it gave me the contrast of what I want. So I know I want freedom. I want to fly. I want to feel like a bird. I want to be able to go anywhere and do anything and feel so resilient and so strong within my body. I've got another one for you here about resiliency. Here. I desire such extreme resiliency that I am able to eat anything, go anywhere, and do anything. I'll just read you my things from here. I desire to travel the world, explore cultures, visit new places, eat new food, and meet amazing people. I desire to be an unlimited source of healing, connection, inspiration, knowledge, and change. So like this one, for example, it's I was feeling really unmotivated about doing my work. I just didn't really feel like it today. But then I saw this desire that I have. I desire to be an unlimited source of healing, connection, inspiration, knowledge, and change. And it really helped me see, like, I already am so much of that already. Like, I'm not far off of this one at all. And it's like, it put me in this good energy, and I'm like, I really want to share this. Like, this part of my journey is important. And I imagined myself, like, I was visualizing it. I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm on my sofa, like, it's a Sunday morning. I work on Sundays, but it's a Sunday morning. I'm in my pajamas, I'm in my dressing gown. Like, I'm a normal person, I'm a human as well. I'm not like some special guy, I'm just some regular guy. And I'm so close to this. I already have facilitated it. So much healing, so much connection. I do believe I'm very inspirational, and I do share a lot of knowledge and change. And I'm actually doing that right now. By doing this video, I am this. I have met this desire. So this is why it's really important to become aware of what it is you desire, because a lot of the times you can actually do these things already, and you're just not doing them because you're not aware of them. So I'm already doing that one. And when you're doing these things, it puts you in an energetic state where you're in an elevated emotion of joy, of pleasure, of bliss, and being in these emotions. So your emotions are a compass. This is really cool. I've been studying this for a while, but I learned a really cool lesson today. I really liked it. So your lessons are a compass, and this is how we interface with the quantum. So quantum is like, there's so many things that are quantum. So there's like spooky action at a distance, which is where two particles that become quantumly entangled. So a really cool example of this is like, I've got a bioresonance machine, a Rife machine. So this is a frequency generator. I can cut a piece of my fingernail off, put it in the machine, apply a frequency to that fingernail, and it also applies the frequency to me, because we're quantumly entangled, because that nail was mine, it was part of my body. So now we're quantumly entangled. But it's really difficult. So like, I know that conceptually, but it's really difficult for us to understand how we interface with the quantum. And the way we do this is with our emotion. So your emotions are an amazingly powerful guide, a compass that points you towards what it is that you're trying to achieve within the quantum realms. So anytime you're feeling emotions, it's telling you whether you are in alignment with what you want, or whether you are doing something that's pushing you away from what you want. So this morning I was getting up, and I wanted to skate. Like, that's a desire that I have. So I desire to. So this one would fit under the. I've got another one here. I desire the physical health, strength, mobility, and endurance to allow me to pursue my desires. So this desire of skating. So first of all, this really helped me, because I became aware that I am so much stronger. I have so much more endurance. I'm so much more able to pursue all of my other desires. And this is good, because instead of me being in a place of resistance, instead of feeling like I'm so far away from being physically healthy, I'm so far away from being able to do all these things, it's like, actually, I'm so close. I'm closer than I've ever been, and I can see the progress, and this makes it believable. And instead of like seeing this and feeling a negative emotion like despair or hopelessness that I'm never going to get there, I feel so much like hope and inspiration, and like, I know it's just a matter of time. I know it's coming. And that's the feeling that will bring it, like knowing that it's there, knowing that it's already happened, and it's just a matter of it catching up to you. That's what's going to make this happen. And like, I guarantee you, every single desire that I've written on this list, you tune into me 6 months, 12 months time, I'm doing everything. I'm doing all of these things, because I know how this works. I know how to use this feedback mechanism of using the quantum through my emotions, following the positive emotions. Like, I was feeling really down. I was like, I can't skate, I'm moody, I'm miserable. And I was like, actually, like, even a year ago, I wouldn't have even been able to, first of all, consider the financial investment of buying skates. So that shows you I'm so much closer to being able to buy what it is that I want whenever I feel like I want it. And also, I wouldn't have had the health. I had so many other problems, knee problems, fatigue, so like fragile and so underweight and low energy. And now I'm in a place where I'm so close, and I can see how close I am. And then feeling into that feeling of like how close I am, it's like, I don't feel like I have to skate today. I do feel a little bit upset that I don't get to do it, but that's also very helpful, because it's showing me through contrast what it is that I really want. So I can become very acutely aware of my desires, so I know what I'm pursuing. And the universe knows what I want it to bring me, so it's able to do that. So I've pivoted from a place of this morning feeling like really down and moody and pushing these manifestations away from me through the negative emotion, to now feeling into the positive emotion, where I am being connection and healing and inspiration and knowledge and change just by doing this video. It's helping me see, oh, I'm so healthy. I can before, I would never be able to work in my mornings because I had such a strict morning routine that I needed to stick to. Now it's just like, just have some breakfast and I just sit down on the sofa and I feel comfortable enough to do a live in my dressing gown. I mean, that's pretty cool as well. I feel confident. So there's so many things that I haven't even written down here. So journaling exercise for you. Write down at the top of the page, what do I desire? And then you can look at this from a couple of ways. So you might already be aware of some very acute desires. And just bear in mind that a lot of these desires you're only aware of because of contrast. So as soon as you can see this contrast, so not being able to pay your rent, or feeling really lonely, or having poor health or health symptoms, now you can shift your perspective on these things from, instead of being, these things are what's preventing me from doing what it is that I want to do, you can actually change this perspective and say, these things actually serve me because they've helped me become so aware through contrast of what I actually want. And now that they have come to tell me what it is that I want, I'm able to pursue it. And I can see how this ill health, this financial difficulty situation, this feeling of loneliness was actually there as a very important part of me receiving what it is that I want, because I wouldn't have been able to receive what I want unless I was aware of what it was. So now, can you see, you've released the resistance to it? Because this resistance, this negative emotional attachment, is what prevents the law of attraction from bringing what it is that you want towards you. So as we've released this, you're now able to feel more into the positive emotion. Okay, I'm aware of what it is that I want, and you can begin to draw this thing towards you. That you're already on the first step. And as soon as you see that, you're like, this through feeling this of contrast, through having this bill that I can't pay, it's showed me what I want. You can actually see this is the first step in the process of you getting what it is you want. And now you've released all resistance to it. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you found that interesting. The law of attraction goes so much deeper than this. There's more than one point of attraction. It can be really difficult for feeling our emotions and whether our emotions are taking us towards what we want or we don't want. If, say for example, we've had trauma through a childhood where we've had our emotions invalidated or suppressed into the somatic body, it can be really difficult to listen to these symptoms and understand, and listen to these emotions and understand whether we're avoiding, whether our compass is askew. Like, a compass should point north, but through trauma and different circumstances in your life, your compass can go slightly off. So it's sort of pointing you towards not actually what you truly desire, because you maybe subconsciously believe that what you truly desire is dangerous and that you'll die or you'll be abandoned or something bad will happen if you pursue it. So there's far more that goes into this, but I hope you found this is a very interesting lesson. I really would truly be interested. Do this journaling exercise. Top of the page. Look, seriously do it. If you're serious about this, if you really want to manifest whatever it is that you want, I'm telling you, you can have it, but it's not just going to happen by you sitting on your ass. You have to do the work. So write down at the top of your page, what do I desire? And write down what you desire and get very clear about it. If you feel comfortable, I would love you to share me a picture of what it is that you desire, and maybe I can talk you through it and figure out how we can get you living this life that you want to live. So do that. Do it. Even if you don't send it to me, write down what you desire. Even if you don't believe in the law of attraction, even if you don't believe in any of this stuff that I've talked about, it's still really important that you know what it is that you want. Because if you don't know what it is you want, you're never going to get it. You can't hit a target that you don't aim at. So you need to know what the target is that you're aiming at, because you're never going to hit it otherwise. So get really clear on what it is you desire. And if you feel comfortable to share this with me, I'd love to see it. I'd really love to see what it is that you want to do. That's everything for me. I hope you found this really helpful and interesting. If you like law of attraction content, let me know, because I don't post much about this, but I find it absolutely fascinating. It's been an incredible tool for me in my finances, in my relationship, in my health, in my healing. It's been a remarkable tool for me. So if you want to know more about this, let me know and I'll make more content about it. Hope you found it helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Have an awesome Sunday.